Welcome back, trainers, and today I have a nice treat for you. We're going to be taking a look at the Weather Cup, and I'm going to be making a very steep investment. So we could have went with the Shadow here, but as you can see, the Ivies are more ideal for the Great League. So we're going to go ahead and keep it there because it doesn't max out where we want it to. As far as this Shiny, we're going to go ahead and go with it. I do have other ideal Ivies, but I just have to go with this Shiny here. Let's go ahead and do it. Quite a pretty penny right there. I did have a lucky one, but it wasn't going to be as high combat power. So this is going to be pretty fun stuff, folks. Cradily is ranked #1 for Weather Cup. And I'm a fan of this thing, so I had no problem spending that dozen going below 9 million. We're supposed to stay above 10. So give it a thumbs up for that investment, folks, if you do appreciate it and you do enjoy these kind of videos. And we're going to be pairing it up with Reshiram as well as Poliwrath. I just found this to be a good combination. I was running into some pretty crazy Pokemon, and I enjoy it. Things you would never see. I mean, Reshiram, here we go. So let's see what we have, folks. Like I said, if you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up. I was really stoked for this here because it's not every day Cradily is #1 for some sort of cup. And well, here we go. Anyways, what's going on here? We got the Poliwrath with Dynamic Punch and Ice Punch. Or, sorry, Scold. And we're going to go ahead and go for Scold. Going to try to get that attack debuff, although that doesn't really matter at this point because they're pretty much out of here, right? So they've got 1 HP, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Reshiram so we can start farming up our energy. We still have 2 shields, and they got that Reshiram. Kind of forgot how much HP it did have, but we're still in a great position because we've got 2 shields and a kind of sort of spammy Stone Edge user, as well as Cradily. So we're going to go ahead and actually catch. I just didn't want to use 2 shields. I don't know. I just felt like this Cradily team was able to pull this off several different times, as you're going to see throughout this video, where I didn't have to use a shield. And yeah, it's simple as that. All right, Reshiram, let's go. Let's keep it moving on to the next battle here. Going to be met with a Poliwrath. Now, this is kind of a double-edged sword. They're going to be able to spam their Dynamic Punch, and it does do super effective damage, while our Grass Knot is also super effective, and it is also going to be able to be spammed quite fast as well. And the Bullet Seed is doing a decent amount of damage for what it does, super effective, I guess. All right, so there you go. Ice Punch, we let it go, so that was a good call. I will shield this one up, and it is a Dynamic Punch. Wouldn't have been enough because Cradily in the Ultra League, man, level 50 is amazing. And I will try to get it to Best Buddy. I'm not going to be able to get it to Best Buddy, obviously, during this cup here. So they do have a Gyarados, and Reshiram is just an amazing Pokemon. We have a lot of experience, but I can't speak, using it in the Ultra League in the past, and I've loved it. This thing is just amazing. Now, you could go with Zap Cannon. I mean, that's, you know, there's no problem at all with that. Stone Edge, I feel like, is something you definitely want. I just had this move, Focus Blast, on it, so we're just going to go with it. And we're going to go ahead and throw another Stone Edge before they can farm us down here, just doing as much damage to that Blastoise as possible. Now, we know they're going to have Hydro Cannon. It's a question of, do they have Skull Bash? And that still doesn't mean they don't have it. And they're retreating with energy. I don't know if there's enough on that Blastoise to get to a Skull Bash, but it does have 1 HP and a Hydro Cannon ready to go. All right, so we are out here. Got a mirror match going on. Cradily is still going to be taking super effective, so we got to keep that in mind. And we're going to go ahead and go for our Dynamic Punch up against this Poliwrath here. Doing some good damage. They got no more shields left. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we'll let this go, and we'll try to farm down. So, all right, so they go Ice Punch. It's not enough. They're like undertapped. Or maybe that's just how much it does. I don't know. Swapping into our Cradily. And, yeah, bringing in that Blastoise. And that's about a wrap here. Unless they had Skull Bash, which I highly doubt. Hydro Cannon is not super effective because of our Grass typing. And we're going to go ahead and just throw that Grass Knot on that Poliwrath. And we're taking the win there. Let's go. All right, folks. So, Cradily is a steep investment. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I haven't finished all my sets, but out of the battles that I did do, I didn't see one Cradily because it's expensive as heck. Are you kidding me? Not everybody was around for those fossil events or rock events or whenever they were spawning all the time. So they're swapping into their Victini to potentially catch a Grass Knot, but I'm throwing a Stone Edge, and they knew it too, so we're going to go ahead and get that shield, swap into our Reshiram. Now, something surprising is going to happen here. Victini's actually pretty good because, well, its new move can generate energy faster. So we let this go, thinking V-Crate, freaking Focus Blast. Wow. Okay, so that's not great. Gonna go for the Stone Edge again. They're shielding up. Looks like they want to farm down. Come on, Reshiram. No, we got there, but we're not able to get it off. That's not good. They have a lot of energy. So I bring in Poliwrath. I'm thinking, okay, you got to take these hits, buddy. They go V-Create. Great. We're farming down at this point. I'm expecting another V-Create. There's no way they can get to a Focus Blast. So they're shieldless. We've got a Cradily, which rules this cup. So I immediately swap back in here. We will be shielding this up, I do believe. Dynamic Punch, absolutely. And getting to the Grass Knot here. This is not going to KO, unfortunately. It's not enough. We can farm down, but I do believe whatever they do have in the back, we're going to be able to destroy with all the energy that we do have on this. Plus, we do have a Poliwrath ready to go. And it is going to be an Empoleon. So this can actually get a little tricky here because they do have Drill Peck. Or, sorry, not Empoleon. Wrong battle. It's Samurott. We're good. We're great. So I did have the Grass Knot. We are losing the CMP. We do have energy on the Poliwrath. Going to build up a little bit of extra energy here. Not that we need to throw a charge move, but just in case, I don't know. Yeah, just over planning there, and we're able to take them out. Very nice. All right, so this is obviously a great lead up against a Swampert here. So I found that nobody was really retreating because, well, they can kind of fight back to some degree. So go ahead and take a look here. So Hydro Cannon doing a decent amount. We can survive another one. So, all right, yeah, all right. They're not retreating immediately. I should have said that. So they're throwing in their Blaziken and actually shielding up a Grass Knot. Okay. That sounds good to me. Maybe they thought it was going to be a Stone Edge. So we'll let this go, knowing it is going to be a Blaze Kick. That was way too soon. And, well, we're Water type, not very effective. Those canners are just not going to be enough. Poliwrath is a bit thick. This does not have the ideal IVs again, but unfortunately, that's just what we're going to go with because I know it's going to get a Community Day. I'm not trying to invest in like 6 Poliwraths and then we get a Community Day and I make like 6 more and then I have like, 12 of them or more just hanging around. So I'll stick with what we got. You guys know the drill. And gals, so we're up against a Walrein here. Okay, so Earthquake is going to be an ordeal, but we're going to go ahead and call that. This one does have Frost Breath, so yeah, the energy gain's not going to be like the Powdered Snow would be. That's okay. Some people just simply don't have it. I don't know how you would, maybe they're just, who knows, whatever the case, maybe they're switching it for damage. Swampert, it's not going to have a good day taking this Grass Knot here from the Cradily, and we're taking the win with 2 shields again. Do you see what's going on here with this team? Let's go. Yeah, we had a good lead, but we did it before. So again, with the Pokemon that you're going to be seeing that you don't usually see in the Great League or Ultra League, and that is going to be Palkia this time. All right, well, awesome. That's a pretty good pick here, seeing that his Dragon Tail is going to do a lot, and it has some pretty good coverage. I found that a lot of people are doing that. Yep, going straight for Draco, which is great. No problem. They're immediately swapping, and they're bringing in a Suicune. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Poliwrath after we did throw in our Regirock. So now we are locked up against it here. They do have Ice Beam. I was afraid they might have Bubble Beam because I just keep lowering my attack. They can stall out the time, and then I had to just deal with that. But, we can also swap out and refresh all of that. So since they did go for Ice Beam, we're looking great here. And then a Water Pulse. Oh, absolutely. So what I'm thinking is farm up extra energy so we do not leave this battle dry. We want to come out of here. And we're farming down at this point. Oh, absolutely. So they swap into their Palkia. I could have farmed them down because they did throw that Draco. But we're just going to go ahead and take them out here. That's fine. And we'll allow them to throw another one. We'll allow it to go through. All right, we'll not shield up. Farm them all the way down. Come out of this with a bunch of energy. And it is going to be a, what was that? Throwing a Skull, trying to lower the attack. Swampert. Oh, Swampert. So we do have a Regirock, which is weak to water, and Swampert spams the heck out of Hydro Cannon, as we all know. And they still have a shield left. How are we going to be able to pull this one off? Can we pull this one off? Yes. First, you're going to let the first one go, which is a Surf. Okay. I can see that because we are in a different kind of cup, and that would probably be more useful to potentially bait or whatnot. But anyways, we let the first one go, regardless if it was a Hydro Cannon, and we simply shield all these up. We got their shield. We go for Focus Blast, but they back out, and then we take that win. Like that. Let's go. That's how you hit it. Moving on to the next battle, an Abomasnow. So this is not particularly great because the ice is still doing a ton of damage. It is still super effective. And there you go. So they're going to be able to take us out fairly quick here. So Stone Age is going to be doing a ton, bringing them into the low red. But here's the thing. Our quick move's not going to cut it, so they can inevitably just win this by, outpacing us here. Simple as that. So what we're going to do is shield up. Go for the Grass Knot, get a shield here, I guess. It's not like we're going to be making it to another one. I just figured, whatever. They let it go, so that's good that we didn't use up all that energy. So let's see what they're going to throw in an Aggron. Okay, interesting. We do have the Poliwrath that can handle this here, but the Aggron could have Thunder, so we do need to keep that in the back of our mind here. So they're farming us down. bringing in the Poliwrath, and we're going to go for the Scold to try to get the debuff on their attack in case they do have Thunder here. And we do get the attack debuff right as they throw. What are they going to hit us with? I do believe it's a Rock Tomb. Yep. Okay, so they dropped our attack. Swapping into Palkia, we're going to go ahead and bring in our Reshiram here. Got two legendaries up against each other. Sounds fair to me. Hitting us with the Aqua Tail, although the Palkia is in the advantage for sure because of the water typing. But hey, let's go. Reshiram can hold his own. And we're doing some massive damage with that Stone Edge here. I got to the Stone Edge, and I'm thinking, do I shield up? All right, let's go ahead and shield up, I guess. If they let this go, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to secure this battle. Okay, they let it go. That's very interesting. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is, that they have to have Thunder, right? There's no way I'm going to be able to take them out here. Unless we lower their attack, I do believe Thunder's still going to be enough. Unless Poliwrath is so spammy, we're able to just farm them down, I guess. Let's go. All right, let's get it. Moving on, I'm not going to question a thing. We're going to see an Empoleon for our next matchup here with the Cradily. And we will be leading with Cradily the entire time. So the water's not super effective, although it's still doing a decent amount. Now, we can definitely take the Hydro Cannon here from the Empoleon, but we're just going to go ahead and stay comfortable for now and shield up that first one and see what they want to do as well. So we're going to see a shield out of their end as well. Good, very nice. Going for another Grass Knot. If they want a double shield, oh my gosh, that is amazing. I will, oh yeah, easily let this go. This is not going to KO. This is the thing about XL Cradily. I mean, let's go. And we're able to get to another Grass Knot here. Now, since they did use two shields, they will survive this, and they're farming us down. Now, here's the question. We have Reshiram, which will take super effective from Hydro Cannon or Poliwrath. So we kind of need to make a decision here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and shield that up, and we've used our last shield. They immediately swap into Chandelure, which could have Energy Ball, I do believe. So we kind of need to get rid of that immediately. And as soon as I take them out, they back out, and we take that win. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our next battle. I'm telling you, this team is looking pretty good for now in the Weather Cup. And I love that it is in the Ultra League. So this is the first time we've seen a kind of themed cup in the Ultra League for Go Battle League since its release ever. This is amazing. Awesome. Niantic, you need to do this more often. Keep this up. Going forward, we need to see more love in these cups here, or in these different leagues. Now, when it comes to Master League, I don't know if there can really be too much of a... Actually, you can add a theme to that. Sure, why not? It's going to just eliminate a ton of the meta, and that's great. It's going to force us to use different things, like no steel. Could you imagine no steel or fairy? Or what? Dragon. What in the world would we use? That sounds amazing. It'd probably boil down to like another handful of Pokemon that we'll yet again see all over again. Because Master League is very limited. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just starting to ramble about it. So we're up against a Slowbro. What's good? Alright, it's got Confusion here. I do shield this up, fearing a Water Pulse. It is a Psychic, maybe trying to get a debuff. Maybe they just got one move. Who knows? Maybe they just want to do that. But nonetheless, we shield it up. We didn't get the debuff. We are taking them out with Stone Edge, and they have an Aggron. I immediately swap, and it is Shadow. So again, I'm fearing this Thunder, right? So we're going to go for the Scold right away. Although if we did lower their attack, a Thunder would still take us out because it is Shadow. It's going to be doing a ton of damage. So let's see what happens. As Stone Edge, we survive. We get to the Dynamic Punch after we got the shield, and Poliwrath is going to be able to take the win up against the Shadow Aggron, which can do some devastating damage if you don't have something to combat that. Although Swampert will pretty much shut it down right away. Everybody's got that now. Another Palkia here. Okay, sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and go Stone Edge. Cradily is a great lead for this cup. There's very little that's going to just completely shut it down. Just through and through. There's a few matchups you want to swap, and there's another one of those Dracos yet again. Do believe they stay here the entire time, and we're going to get so much farm out of them. Let's go. What can really run from Poliwrath in this cup with Dynamic Punch and Scold? Completely. Alright, so they're bringing in a Wall Rain, so at this point I'm thinking, well, there's something back there extremely weak to Poliwrath, so I'm not going to just sit here and take the damage. I'm just going to go ahead and throw in Reshiram here in a second to see if I can catch, and I didn't catch. So I don't know what I do here. Okay, we call that. Okay, that's a good call. I figured we still have two shields. They're going to try to start getting them. And yeah, they try to bait there. So now we swap. There we go. There it is. They've got no more shields left. Even an Earthquake's not going to be enough. I don't know if a Shadow one would be enough either. But we're shielding it up nonetheless. Could have maybe farmed up more. I think we're pretty much almost like capped up. No, we're not even close. But it doesn't really matter. They got an Empoleon in the back. We get to the Focus Blast. This is actually not going to It's my KO completely. I think a couple more lock-ons, and it's about a wrap. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!